We about ready to get started on this motherfucker. Let me put this thing out so I won't mess up your endorsements.
No, you can smoke. I just can't smoke.
Secondhand smoke.
Yeah.
It's real effective. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, kids of all ages, shapes, sizes, and colors, it's the one and only Nemo Hoes, aka Finding Nemo, and you're inside the GGN News Network. And today, I got one of my homeboys from way back up in this motherfucker, man. My homeboy Sal is up in here, man, and we're gonna talk some real slick talk. I mean, some real behind the scenes, commentator, singer, rapper, dapper, hip happer, all kind of talk that you ain't never heard before. So stay tuned right here on the GGN as we bring it to you, doggy style. Sal, what it do, baby?
That was the greatest introduction that I will ever have in the history of my life and career. Thank you.
No, thank you, man. It's a pleasure having you on the show, because like I say, when I watch you, the way you handle yourself in front of that camera, the way you do interviews, just the way you, like, how you took what you did and that's what you do now, and you extended your game into another level and became somebody that's like highly regarded as one of the best analysts at what you do, man.
First of all, thank you for that. But you know, like I had a passion for action sports when I moved to San Diego. I grew up in New York City and knew nothing really about skateboarding or snowboarding or surfing. And then when I moved to California, my mother and stepfather moved to this town in San Diego where everyone just surfed and they skated and there were no black people.
Was that Carlsbad?
That was Carlsbad.
Okay.
And so, you know, yeah, I thought that was the ocean.
It sounded like you were finna go surfing, like.
I was like, did they just give me an ocean sound effect? That's amazing. Who's back there? And it was like, you know, can't beat them, join them.
Yeah.
I learned to surf and...
How long did it take you to learn to surf? Because see, me, I'm from Eastside Long Beach, and it was always, the surfing was going on down there, but I got on that boogie board one time and I couldn't figure it out. So how long did it take you?
For me, it took a long, the first time I went, I stood up for like 10 seconds in like the shore break, the whitewash. And I had this moment where I was on the ocean, I'm on this board, time sort of stopped, the heavens opened up, and I caught something. And it was like, oh, this is my new shit. And after that, I didn't stand up again for probably another 2 months. But it took me, I went every day, and there were like really cool kids that were down to teach me. I think there was a little bit of a novelty of like, hey, the black dude's trying to learn how to surf.
What they didn't know was, once you teach a nigga something, we finna master this shit. I'm gonna show you motherfuckers something you ain't never did this, huh? And niggas up there doing all this. Say, hey, Sam, how'd you do that? Yeah, I'm teaching class Tuesday, $5 a motherfucker.
Yeah, it was crazy. When I first moved there, I told a kid, we were in the economics class, and I said, hey, he's like, hey, bro, how you liking it here, man? Like, you know, what's your situation? And I was like, oh, it's cool. I think I'm gonna learn to surf. And he looked at me like he was concerned.
And he's like, not you.
He said, wow, hey, but how are you gonna learn to surf when you guys don't even swim? And he said it like he was delivering a public service announcement. Like
niggas don't belong in the water if y'all don't get out of here.
And I wasn't even mad at him because he literally, he was concerned.
Yeah, he was concerned with your well-being, like not even being funny. Like, I really want to make sure that you're gonna survive this shit that you trying to do, man.
Yeah.
What goes through your mind the first time your ass is on a wave and then that motherfucker come behind you and just, and then you just up under the water? What's in your mind? Like, me as a man, like, I'm thinking like, this shit got to hurry up and get over me so I can find my way to the top. Where's the top? Where's the top of this shit at?
It varies. Sometimes it feels like a light baptism, and then it all the way goes to like, sometimes you feel like you're gonna die.
Like, where is the top of this?
Well, you're spinning this way and you're spinning this way.
Oh, so it's moving you.
Oh yeah. Like when you're really getting your ass kicked by a big wave, you're spinning in a couple of different directions. And sometimes when it's really big, for like the big dudes that are surfing 20, 30, 40, 50-foot waves, they don't know which way is up. Like literally when it's over, there's stories about guys who blow bubbles and look to see which way they float so they can follow the bubbles back up. Now they got like a pull release system for the dudes. Now they're underwater. This dude, Shane Dorian, invented it. Now the guys who are surfing like 40, 50 foot waves, they're getting their ass kicked and they have a CO2 pack with a bladder in the wetsuit. And they're underwater like 20, 30 feet and they're like, I don't think I'm gonna come up in time. And they pull the shit, it explodes and they shoot up to the top in like less than 10 seconds. And a guy comes in on a jet ski, grabs him by the arm, pulls him out of harm's way. They reload the canisters, grab the board and get back out there.
Has it ever been somebody that was down there and then boom, and went straight up and the dude that was right here with the jet ski waiting on him, bam, hit him?
Not that one. That would suck. That would be really shitty. Like, can you imagine you like, you can see the surface, like,
there you
cool,
go.
like, boom. You died right when you thought you were gonna live in a completely different way.
So who is the biggest surfer in the world right now as we speak?
There's a kid from Brazil named Gabriel Medina.
Okay.
He's kind of like a almost Kobe Bryant-ish type character athletically for surfing. And he just won a world championship. The first Brazilian to ever win a world championship. So when it happened, the whole country, they went crazy like Neymar. Like surfing there is a big deal. They partied in the streets and what have you. Because Brazilian culture, they were very slow to catch up competitively because they were one of the last countries to get the sport.
Soccer dominated their country.
Yeah. But of course, when they take to something, they attack it,
and they're gonna win.
In 30 years,
they finna win it all.
Now they got this guy, and they got a whole drove of these
kids that they didn't raise.
Came from just nothing,
ghetto,
like
and
ghetto favela
kids, athletically together.
And like someone brought them surfing, and their whole MO is, I'm coming for all this.
Because we can become him.
Yeah, exactly.
We can become him and make the whole country love us.
Yeah, it's cool. It's exciting.
It's inspirational.
It's exciting for the sport. I think. Just to have someone, a person of color, that's representing this sport, that's pretty textbook blonde hair, blue eyed. People
that's what it was created off of.
For a long time, when they would see me, and sometimes even today, they're like, "Hey, it's really cool that you're out here." I'm like, well, that's really cool you're out here too.
Hey, that's how it was for them on the basketball court.
Yeah.
When they come to the park, you know what I'm saying? Like some of them that's really good, like that really, like Chris Mullin, for example.
Right.
Chris Mullin. When he first used to come to the parks in New York, they used to be like, oh, then Chris Mullin got,
right.
Yeah. Like, oh, he really get in.
He was breaking people.
Yeah, exactly. So I heard that you also a musician, man. So what's the name of the group that you're working with?
I make music under the name Alakazam. My last name is Masekela. And so when I was a little kid, my dad had a license plate when he lived in Cali. It said Alakazam, and I would ask him what that is. Like, boy, that's your name. Backwards. My dad's South African. You see those, that's your name backwards. I was like, whoa, that's amazing.
That is dope. Now that I'm looking at it, that's dope as fuck.
So I grew up, my father's a prolific trumpet player and singer by the name of Hugh Masekela. Had one of the biggest songs in 1968, 69, the song called Grazing in the Grass. Big, huge song. And it's played all over the world. He was a freedom fighter. He did Graceland with Paul Simon. He's a monster artist, musician. Still 75 years old, still playing 100 shows a year all over the world. As you will be, like no doubt.
Grass.
Growing up around that, I grew up around music my whole life. Like I would go on tour with my dad when I was a kid. I'd be around in the tour bus with grown-ups, smoking weed when I was like 6 years old. My mother would be like, were they smoking that stuff? Tell me, baby, were they smoking that stuff? No, Daddy called them African bush cigarettes. Literally what they would call them. But anyway, because of that, music was always my first love. I played in school, I sang in the choir growing up, I played alto saxophone and clarinet when I first started. And so when I moved to California and discovered action sports, the idea that it kind of changed my whole focus. I wasn't interested in the arts anymore. Like these sports became my life, my way of expression, and the idea of trying to figure out a way to follow in the footsteps of this giant, amazing man. I didn't have to worry about it anymore. I'd found my thing. And then after having success with television and the X Games, etc., I was in a place where I didn't have to do shit that people wanted me to do. I actually had some room to be like, what do I want to do? And my cousin and I had been collaborating on some music for the few years before that. And he was like, let's just go in the studio and start writing and make this record. So I didn't think anything was gonna come of it, but other than accomplishing it. But then people, you know, KCRW in Los Angeles started playing songs every day. We got a song on one of the final episodes of Entourage, and then House of Lies, and then this year the new single that we just did, it's called All Is Forgiven. It was the closing song for the season premiere of Don Cheadle's House of Lies. And that for me was like a crazy moment. Like, you know, it's a minute into the end and all of a sudden everything goes silent. And then there's me and Don acting and out to the credits. And I was like, okay,
dope.
This is, if it ever gets better than this, it's fantastic. And the idea, like, my career has always been about putting other people's moments in context, their creativity, which I love. But I reached a point where I just felt like I need to start making my own shit, telling my own story, and music was the natural first place for me, so.
Good morning, my name is Stormy Front, doing the weather for you for Hempstead, New York. It is so cold and shivery. Make sure you stay in, and wouldn't you want to cuddle with me?
You know I do anything just to see you smile. They dreams of us running down the aisle. 9 months later came a child. It was love at first sight. Explain how we kissed and made love on the first night. I ain't never been the type to judge. From day one you held me down, so I never put no one above.
This is 100-foot, like 85-foot wave or something.
85 foot?
Yeah, this wave is
this nigga look like a...
This is in Portugal. This is Garrett McNamara. He's
got
a crazy
anacondas
one.
in that ocean.
Look at how small he is.
He look like about this big, yo.
And right now, so you got all this wave face, right? And then there's other waves that are like sometimes 2-3 feet. You see how his feet are chattering? He's absorbing the other waves that are coming up the wave, and any one of those can take you out. And then look, this is like, I want to eat you. Like, hey, I'm trying to kill you. All that right there. And then look at the
that's what
black.
that is? That's death?
That's death saying hello to you. And he made this wave. This was a crazy
So
one.
when you say he made this wave, that means he beat...
He lived.
He beat the...
No, but he didn't go down. And he lived.
Yeah, but the nigga beat the overpour of the wave that was like, this is the nigga right here, and the wave was like...
Right.
He outran him like that, right?
That's called a make. He made it, he completed the wave. You could commentate surf. Actually, that would be the greatest thing ever.
For me to commentate surfing?
You and me in
Okay, here comes the nigga. He's up now, the wave is on the move, he's right behind it. Oh shit, this nigga ass is in trouble. Bam! I don't see him nowhere. That nigga's gone. Up next, we got another surfer coming up out of the island of Waikiki.
Kelly Slater actually told me to tell you. Kelly Slater, 11-time world champion, the greatest surfer who's ever lived, competitively or not. He did tell me to tell you explicitly that he will teach you how to surf and have you stand up on a surfboard before you leave this planet.
For real?
For real. He said, just say the word, and he's got your back. That was an explicit message for me.
I want that to happen, because I'm from Long Beach, and that'd just be some gangster shit to see me in the video like motherfucking Elvis on the bitch with some little ass trunks on with that holy rod. I put him on the left side too, so that way they can see him. I had that holy rod over to the left. Bam. Put them little ass trunks on and be up there surfing. You're like, this nigga dog is crazy. That nigga 50 years old surfing, cuz. Yeah, I may want to learn that. Show me some of Sal on surfboard. Come on, man, give me a little bit.
There's a really funny video.
Give me some Sal on surfboard, man. Let's see his
called?
work.
It's really bad. It's the only video that exists of me. The waves are about 3 feet, and someone was filming that day after a contest, and my buddy's like, have you seen this? It says, Sal's waves at Trestles. I was like, what? Like, yeah, he's like, the dude filmed it today and posted it on YouTube today. There it is, boom. 4,147 views.
It's your first time on
Breaking YouTube.
Queen B, you see how this nigga riding his shit? Look, see the nigga shit he doing? Look at it. His shit move like this.
Yeah, that's a good, actually, side thing that comes from surfing.
But I know, when I just seen the other dudes, they was doing like this. Your ass like,
I'm dancing.
yeah, you ride that
dancing.
motherfucker.
This is where I fall.
But see,
This
that's
next
good.
wave is decent. I would consider myself at this point in my life, you know, a recreational, fun, intermediate surfer.
But first of all,
But
you got people.
I do have some style.
But look, you got people swimming around and shit, just no respect for you doing your like, what the fuck is going on, man? Like,
Yeah, it's your job to not hit them.
I don't get that part right there, man. Like, get out the way. You see me trying this new trick out.
Yeah, well, sometimes it actually gets heated in the water, and it will go to blows. Dudes will take it to the beach, and they will put their surfboards to the side and like slap box each other.
For real?
I'm serious.
Over positioning of.
Over like some position, like ungentlemanly, like you were in my way. You took off on me a couple of times. You disrespected me. This is where I live.
Yeah,
You're not from here. Come to the beach. I'm gonna kick your ass. In Hawaii, if you overstep your bounds, shit.
Them Samoans, them Polynesians.
The Hawaiians, there are certain dudes
It's
who
a different look out there when you getting your ass kicked, because here come the whole family.
they'll have a lighthearted conversation with you. And some dudes get banned. Like, you can't come back.
Damn.
It's real. It's very real.
So, Kelly, I want you to teach me, man. I need to know this shit. I need to learn it. I want to be one of the coldest to ever do it, man.
That's a done deal.
I want to do mine with Chuck Taylor's on. I'm going to be the first motherfucker to be surfboarding with Chuck Taylor's on the
I'm going to produce it. Like,
Yeah,
we're doing it.
You got to. It's going to be a hell of a
It's a done
look.
deal.
What other projects you working on, Sal?
What else? I got my series on NBC, the Red Bull Signature Series, which has been great the last 2 years.
Explain that to people who may not have seen it.
It's like ABC's Wide World of Sports, except with action sports. So you remember like that shit when we were growing up?
The agony of defeat.
Thrill of victory. And
Yeah.
the agony of defeat.
Yeah.
It's like that.
So that was like all of the
But it was wild sports from
everything,
all over the world.
Everything. And this is all action sports.
This is all action sports.
Isn't it crazy how sports dominates a lot of these countries that used to be violent driven, now they're sports driven?
Yeah, it's a unifier, right? Music and sports are unified. Sometimes people get a little crazy to the point where they kill each other, but it's very rare.
Yeah.
Unlike religion and politics.
Nah.
I've also been working for Vice.
Oh, I fuck with them tough.
Yeah, I just got the
Real
job.
tough.
One of the new hosts for season 3 of the HBO show.
I fuck with them tough. Sharouche and them
Yeah,
tough.
man. Shane Smith, I met him last year. We stayed in touch. And
That's a great fucking vehicle right there.
It's great,
Especially
man.
for what you do, the
Thank
way
you,
the
man.
way you interview.
I'm getting to tell like some real stories that matter. I was in Cuba for the last 10 days.
That's what I was about to ask you. So you've been on location.
Man, like that was, A, I never dreamed that I'd get to go. And B, it's like getting in a time machine and you get off the plane and you're in the 50s.
Don't want a lot for Christmas. There is just one thing I need.
Oops.
I don't care about the presents underneath the Christmas tree. I just want you for my own.
This is so not right.
You could ever know. Make my wish come true. All I want for Christmas.
Oh, that's horrible. It's really
Yeah, they do though. They cut out
everything.
else. They cut out the music, everything.
Man, what did she do? She must have pissed somebody off to fucking
6 hours late, she showed up.
6 hours late. Oh, see?
They were gonna cancel her.
That's what you get, Mariah.
She knew the track was playing. She just holding back, man.
Holding back. You hear what she sound like?
It was 13
Just
below.
holding back, man. It's freezing outside. She was like, I know the track playing.
Shit, why you gonna make that kind of excuse for her?
6 hours late is late even by hip hop standards.
They said she was late because she was on the phone talking some child custody stuff with Nick Cannon. That was what they said.
They didn't want to hear about that. We don't want to hear that bullshit. You 6 hours sing, goddamn.
The
This is
little kids
Christmas
are dancing around you. Sing.
Kids been waiting on you all goddamn night. We didn't pay Santa Claus and these motherfucking elves and you ain't got here yet? Get your motherfucking ass up in here and sing. Matter of fact, you know what? Isolate her ass. Turn the music down. For Christmas. So Sal, I'm gonna ask you some everyday people,
Okay.
real shit. Basic questions, whatever comes to your mind, feel free to answer to the best of your ability.
I will say.
What's the first thing you do or think of when you wake up?
I go, everything still works. I should probably do something about that.
Hot or cold?
Hot.
Favorite pair of shoes all time?
Ooh. Air Jordan 3s.
Holly Berry or Taraji P. Henson?
Oh, wow. That's super difficult. Oh, man. I'm gonna go with Taraji P. Henson on that one.
She just be...
I think she's gonna put me maybe more like a little bit of a chokehold.
Everybody
And
comes on and picks her.
Just thugged out enough that you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
I got you. Shout out to Taraji P. Henson and her new TV series, Empire.
Yeah, girl.
Yeah, she acting a fool on there.
Yeah.
Favorite drink?
Coconut water.
Favorite sports team?
San Diego fucking Chargers.
That's right. Stay down with them sorry motherfuckers.
Yeah, man. It's not easy. It's a rough.
You gotta
It's
stay
a
down.
rough relationship.
Stay down with them, baby. I fuck with them too, because they the SD. I fuck with them. Action sports or reality TV?
Action sports.
Because reality TV is action too. Be a lot of fighting and shit going on reality
Yeah,
TV.
but that shit is like so conjured up. It's like cheap theater. I get it. But yeah, I'll take action sports.
Okay.
It's not, you can't write a script for it.
If you were stuck on an island for a year and could only listen to 3 albums, what would they be?
Woo! A year. Mm-hmm. The first one would be Minnie Riperton, Come to My Garden. Mm-hmm. Because that album's just crazy. The second one would be Hugh Masekela, The Lasting Impressions of Ooga Booga. It's my father's greatest album.
Gotta have Pops with you.
Yeah, I need some family there. I'm lonely. I'm not sure if I'm gonna make it. And then the last one would probably be Paul Simon's Rhythm of the Saints.
Oh, that's deep. See, a lot of y'all don't even know what that is. This is the last part of the show right here, Sal. This is called Finish the Sentence. I'm gonna start it, you finish it.
Okay.
I always wake up.
I always wake up and say thank you.
If I could work with anybody I would want to work with.
I would start with Questlove.
Dope. If I could see anybody perform dead or alive, I'd want to see.
Fela Kuti.
Oh, you know about Fela?
Come on, man. My
Standing
dad.
in the jungle with a pair
What?
of drawers on, with a bunch of bitches around him singing background, and Fela conducting these hoes with his little drawers on. And that nigga was cold.
You know, if you wanted to be in his band, and let's say you played saxophone, you couldn't just come into Fela's band and play saxophone. Anyone who wanted to be in the band had to play percussion of some sort first. For as long as Fela thought you had played percussion long enough, then he would give you a shot at your instrument.
Nigga, I need you to play a tambourine. Get your punk ass over there.
Yeah.
Shut up.
He wanted to see
Play tambourine
how
for
hard
16
you were
months
willing
and
to ride.
13 nights, and then I will escalate you to saxophone. Play the tambourine.
Something like that is how my dad describes it.
Nigga say, hey, fella, I've been playing this motherfucking tambourine too long, nigga. My hip hurt.
Can I play my horn already, please, fella?
God damn, fella, you gonna let me play that sax or what, nigga? My hip.
Church, preach, tabernacle.